I love that kid.
Which kid?
JD. He's my favorite.
What is it about him?
I love him. I tell him, hey, I like that new hairdo. He's slicking his hair back like Gecko.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I said, I like that new hairdo. Oh, come on. I go, you're like me, I said. You do not want anyone saying anything about you. Like, you don't want to be, you want people to talk about you, but you don't want people to talk about you.
Well, why would you change your hair so radically if you didn't want to be noticed?
I go, JD, I noticed right away. I just slicked it back because it was in my eyes. And he gets so upset.
First of all, it's not radical. My hair is longer, and I just grew it back.
But it wasn't a criticism. I was saying, hey, I like your new hairdo.
But it is radical. It's different than what you normally do.
It's all off your face, man. It's a whole new look. If I walked in here with my hair all slicked back, you'd say, wow, Howard, you got a new hairdo.
You changed your hair.
I'm going to walk in tomorrow, my hair greased back like that.
I would love that. Go ahead.
Why not? I think I might look good.
Go ahead. Go.
I came out of the shower the other day, but said to me, I like your hair straight back.
All right. Hey. Well,
see there?
Yeah. I said, well, that shows too much face. But you're handsome. You look good.
Well, thank you.
Now, this is a good look for you. You need to lose a few pounds. You'll be all right.
Okay.
So then I say to him, this is my conversation with him in the morning. I'm just reporting. I say to JD, hey, I was listening to the wrap-up show. At the end of the show, they let you give a plug. I said, you all I heard was like, oh. I said, you got to slow down when you give your plug. I couldn't understand it.
I want to follow that. What is it?
They don't give me enough time. I had a rush. And everyone, and I go, JD, I'm not criticizing you. I'm trying to help. I'm just saying I couldn't understand the plug. He goes, on Twitter, I'm JD, not JD Harm. I don't give a JD Harm. So I had to say JD Harm. I go, I don't know what you said. JD Harm, JD Harmeyer. I don't know. One thing I know is I couldn't understand you. I said, whether your Twitter name is JD Harm or JD Harmeyer, I don't even know what you were promoting. Do your plug at the end of the show. JD, John Hein goes, JD, you have anything for us?
Well, it's very fast because you only have a limited amount of time, so I just say JD Harm on Twitter.
JD what?
Yeah, well, he did it better now, but...
Harm on Twitter?
But you got to say like this. My plug is follow me on Twitter at JD Harm. JD Harmeyer is taken. Who the hell knows what you're saying?
Because JD Harm on Twitter, I think I need to write all of that.
First of all, you never find him on Twitter because he's going, JD Harm. You don't even know he's talking about Twitter.
I don't know. Does it have an E on it, or is it just HARM? I don't know.
Pull the plug where JD is at the end of the show, because you'll see what I'm saying.
Great.
Follow me at JDL.com.
But, you have Gary plug in, and, he...
Listen, if John is giving you a plug, all I'm saying is say, on Twitter, I'm known as JD Harm. Follow me.
Anything like that would be really good instead of...
What's JD doing what I'm wondering is what's JD doing that's so important that he has to Twitter about it?
I have some funny thoughts, I think, sometimes.
Comb my hair like Eddie Munster today.
Ever.
You know what your name should be on Twitter?
No, great. What?
Twitter.
I don't know how to spell that
R, 3 R's.
Twitter. That's funny.
How's anyone going to find me that way?
I'll find you.
You don't think that one's taken, I bet.
If it's not taken, it's AR.
On the wrap-up show, they asked JD about his weight. Is that his Achilles heel? He gave an answer. I don't even know what the answer was there, but I love him. I love this guy.
Is your Achilles heel your weight, like Gary suggested?
Listen, I have a lot of Achilles heels. That was just today's.
But I heard when you came out, I heard you say into the cameras, "This is going to be it every time I go in now."
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, that was just I'll say anything. I don't know. Yeah, I noticed my weight, and
Are you at the biggest you've been?
Isn't that a great sentence?
Or have you down a little?
I love you, man. I don't know what it is about you. I'm retarded. I love retarded people. I mean, I don't know if it gets.
I think I weighed myself today and it said 205. So
Really?
yeah.
Way more than me.
Wow, 205. How tall are you?
JD.
5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, that's too much. Gary's telling me yesterday his son, his oldest son, it weighs 211 pounds now.
Jackson?
Jackson.
Really?
I said, is he fat? He goes, no. He's a football player. He's a big guy. He's got a size 13 foot. I said, I can't believe what the fuck you're telling me. I got to look at this kid.
5'11".
5'11". And 200 what?
He's like 210, 211.
211. 5'11 and 211. Everything is 11 with that kid. Wow, I can't imagine little Jackson like that. Big man. Could he
He's like
beat
a
you
man
up?
now.
Do you think he could beat you up in a fight?
Physically, absolutely. Mentally, I don't think he's ready yet.
Right.
Physically, I think he could. Yeah, he's huge. First of all, he works out, 3 or 4 times a week in the weight room and shit.
Yeah, I knew like the day I could beat the shit out of my father. I was about 6'2" in high school at that point.
What did that do to you?
It's weird. It actually, because, psychologically, if you go into it, Freudian, the idea that you can destroy your father is what is all your guilt. Like, because you could actually destroy him and
Destroy what made you.
Right. Well, anyway, without getting too into it, because believe me, I don't understand a word of it. I sit there with that psychiatrist and go, "What are you talking about? I don't even know what the fuck." I explain it
He
again.
explains this stuff to
He goes, "You're not dumb. You know what I'm talking about." I go, "I don't. I don't even know what you're talking about." But anyway, I remember the day that I hugged my father hello, and I squeezed him, and he was like, "Ow, my ribs," and then. Like we did an arm wrestling thing, and then I beat him at that, and then I went, I'm pretty sure I could beat the shit out of him. Right now.
Right, yeah, you're pretty much stronger than him at this point.
Yeah. So once I knew I could take him down, I had to move out of the bedroom so I could sleep with my mother every night and have sex with her. So she became my woman. I was 27 years old. Finally getting what I needed.
Wow.
Yeah. How's that? Hey, but I love you, JD. I like the new haircut.
It's not a haircut. It's,
Well, the hairstyle. What do? You gel that thing?
No, it's
Water?
not. I guess, yeah.
You comb it back and it stays back?
This shampoo I use sort of holds hair, but also like I wear a hat in the morning, and it just kind of just
The
makes
shampoo
it
you
stay.
think does it, huh?
Shampoo holds hair.
Yeah,
It does. It's a Holdner.
A holder?
It's a holder. Yeah. It's like a conditioner,
It's like
except
a
it's a
shampoo
holder.
conditioner.
You can follow me on Twitter.
And then I use a commoner.
But you rinse out the shampoo and it, you know what it must be? You comb it back and it just holds its place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the shampoo. It's
Well, no, there's something that it's like volume.
You know what I'm impressed with? Usually when you comb your hair back, some of it starts to fall in your face, but your hair is glued like to your head.
Well, I
like
wear.
Fred said, like Eddie Munster.
I wore a hat this morning. Well, first it's the headphones,
Right.
But I wear a hat in the morning, and it just
Squashes it.
Yeah.
It molds it.
Yes.
Well, it's a good job that hat does. I tell you, I got to get that hat.
It's like a paperweight.
Follow our Twitter. Yeah, I subscribed to his Twitter. It was RRR. I didn't know.
Not me.
Jamie Har Twitter.
JD Harm.
JD Harm. So somebody took JD Harmeyer?
Oh, but yeah, there's a few people.
You know, I bet you my man Jeff Schick could help you out with that, because that is your name. I don't think the guy who took it, I think he was looking to steal your name. He can't be J.D. Harmeyer.
I remember whenever at the Ashley Dupree was saying it, she was getting messages from someone posing as me.
No. How many J.D. Harmeyers are there?
And how,
There's a few.
is that really working for them?
Right.
Oh no, they fucking.
I got played the other night. Someone thought I was JD.
Oh my goodness. Somebody's stealing JD's identity.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, Howard, what's going on?
What up?
Nothing. Just called to say I love JD. I've been listening to you guys for 20 years. I love you. From Conkama, Long Island, Artie's favorite place. And I just...
JD's your guy. Me too. I love him on the wrap-up show. I want him on that show. Just you know, JD on Twitter. What? What's your Twitter plug? I was beside myself. I'm in the car. I said to Ronnie, did you just hear that plug? What the fuck did he say? He goes, I don't know. JD on... Because you don't know. He goes, Twitter is JD Hart. And you're like, what? I don't know what he's talking about. Well, I'm glad I straightened that out.
I'm just trying to move it along at the end, you know?
Yeah, but listen, you're not getting your message out there.
Well, don't say anything if you're going to not be intelligible.
Right, Fred?
That'll move it
When am I
along.
intelligible, Robin?
Yeah, Fred will show you how to do it. Fred, you be JD. I'll be John Hine. What's your, so what, JD, got anything for us?
I was found Twitter. Why is that not clear?
The guy using JD Harmeyer on Twitter is pretending to be JD, see?
There's a few people with
So
different
get in touch
variations.
with Twitter. Maybe there's something going
Please,
on there.
you can't. I don't even know who runs Twitter.
You don't know the guy?
He can't call Twitter.
No.
His name is...
Hello, Twitter. R here. Listen, can we straighten this Harmeyer thing out?
I don't know who runs Twitter.
So you're JD Harm. That's ridiculous.
I'm trying to get my account verified.
Why don't you just call them and clearly explain your position? I'd like to hear that. And tape that call. Hello.
I got a problem with Twitter. Harm, J. Harm, whatever. I mean, hat.
Is it difficult in your everyday life to like call the phone company and get something done? I mean, like, because you're not articulate.
I hardly talk on the phone.
Right. Because I'm telling you, he's got a problem. But I love it. Hey, by the way, do you have the new app where you can hear us on your BlackBerry or your iPhone or...
I haven't downloaded
Or your
it yet.
droid.
I haven't
Well,
downloaded it yet.
I'm talking to 𝗏𝗏, who does a magnificent job with my hair every morning, as you can see, Robin.
Yes.
I'm gorgeous. Not as gorgeous as JD. but
No,
I'm
you're way
gorgeous.
more gorgeous than
Thank
me.
you.
You're like Samson.
She says to me, it's unbelievable, marvelous, the new app.
Oh, yeah, she loves it?
Yeah. By the way, she's British, in case you can't tell. I said, what's up? She goes, I go to the gym now, and it's so easy. I just turn my phone on and put my headphones, and I can hear you now while I work out.
Oh.
She goes, it's so accessible.
That's beautiful.
I said, Tony, I'm trying to read here. No, but so Tony made me aware that I said, you know, I should promote this more, this app.
Yes.
I should, because this is what we've been waiting for. We're accessible. In other words, you don't have to be in your car. Now
You can take us with you everywhere.
Yeah. Is it easy to do? Because I have a BlackBerry. I would like the app.
I should get the app.
Of course. I don't understand what you're doing. You're so busy.
There's a couple of apps I should get.
Right. I have an iPad. I barely use it. I'm waiting for the BlackBerry app, whatever, the BlackBerry pad. But I was on there trying to download these apps. You know, like I said, oh, maybe I'll get my magazines on the iPad.
Right, right.
I don't see one magazine. The one I saw was, I put in New York Post. I figured, I'll get the newspaper over my... There's nothing...
On the iPad.
The only thing that comes up is a New York Post picture app where you get some pictures that I don't give a fuck about.
Oh.
You know. Do you have the app for Howard Stern 100 Howard Stern?
I do.
Whatever the name of this thing is.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
In fact, I got it last week because I think they did like a soft rollout, so I just tried it out on the 28th or something. It sounds great.
So what do I do? How do I get that?
You go into your apps, right, the App Store, and put in Sirius.
Go ahead.
and then it'll give you the SiriusXM app, and you download that. And
Same
then you
with
put in
the
your
BlackBerry.
And you put in your password or whatever it is.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, it's very simple.
That's fantastic, because Tony said she didn't even hook into the gym Wi-Fi. She just picked it up over her regular phone.
See, I already had the SiriusXM app on my iPad.
But we weren't on it.
And then we just were. I didn't have to do anything.
Ah, I see.
Like if you have that app already, it'll just pop up.
See, what it's good is, even in a car, now you don't need to...
You could just bring your phone. You know, you always bring your phone in your car anyway.
You can plug it into your car.
They make a pretty cool docking station for your iPhone, for instance, if you wanted to do that for the car.
It's beautiful. Now, believe me, I got news for you. 99% of these apps, they're beautiful, but they have no fucking content.
I know.
You don't even want anything with them.
Here's what I don't understand.
At least with now, you get the Sirius app, you'll get music, and you'll get...
Has content.
And forget the fakakta music, you get us.
See, like, here's what I don't understand. Like, I go to get some of these apps for magazines, right?
Right.
So I already pay a subscription for Vanity Fair, which I love. So how come when I go on, I got to pay for the app?
Right.
Because I already get the magazine.
Just write in a password and get that.
And it goes for a lot of apps.
Because the app, I'm just guessing, they probably is to develop this thing and keep it running is a whole separate thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a whole new setup.
Yeah.
Whereas we just broadcast what we broadcast.
But I feel like I'm paying twice. I'm already paying for the magazine. What do I have to pay for the app? I'll just take the magazine with me then.
Yeah. I still like a magazine. What I like about our app is that we're on it now. And then if you're somewhere, like my wife likes to go to the gym and hear the show. So she would go and she had the stiletto. It was a pain in the ass to carry another device. So now you got this, you don't need the stiletto, right? You just got your phone.
Right. As long as you can get Wi-Fi.
Right. But Tony says she doesn't even use Wi-Fi.
Well, because she's probably getting it right off of the...
off the phone.
Off the phone, right.
So that's good.
I love that.
But like my wife was going to work out someplace where it's downstairs, and it's hard to get a signal.
So then you plug into the Wi-Fi.
Then you get into the Wi-Fi, and that's how she gets it.
But in your car, you can use it too.
Right.
Right. That's beautiful. Now, how do I get that? Oh, I go to the app.
Go to the app store.
Okay, all right,
App store, App Store.
Then why does it say here for complete details, go to SiriusXM.com/mobile?
Because they'll tell you to go to the App Store.
Right. Why don't they just... Had a weird experience last night. I was walking home from dinner. My wife and I went out and grabbed a turkey burger. Uh-huh. She gets it with cheese. I get no cheese.
Where do you go get a turkey burger?
We go to a little place near us. Yeah. They got a beautiful turkey burger. I get turkey burger, baked potato, no bread.
I was going to say, you're eating bread and potato?
No, stop it.
So there's just a turkey burger lying on your plate.
I love it. I wish I could get that for lunch every day. I can't get it.
Why not?
Because you know what? I want a baked potato in the microwave every day. I used to do that. It became a whole fucking problem around here. Remember I had Gorillo making my baked potato?
Of course. I remember that one time they brought you, that was when Andy was our little intern.
Yeah.
And he microwaved the baked potato in the plastic.
Yeah,
And
that kid was a fuck up. Meanwhile, he became a big-time lawyer.
He's a lawyer, that's right.
Go figure. Couldn't make a baked potato, but he understood the law. Oh, here's the JD wrap-up plug. Before I forget, here's what I heard on the radio.
JD? I wish I was in Vegas this weekend with all the porn stars. JD Harm on Twitter.
Yeah, and I was like, what is that? Now I understand what it is, but...
Right.
I mean, how would you even know what the hell that is?
That's it.
Twitter. Wish I was in Vegas and JD Harm on Twitter. It's like, what?
JD, when Howard does these periodic check-ins with you,
yes,
does this do anything for your approach to life? Like, does it
what?
Does it make
is this the question?
No, does it make you change anything up? Do you take it to heart, his words, even though him and Fred are really busting your balls and Robin?
It depends on what it is. I don't know what today is just talking about my hair.
Well, and you're plugging, your...
Yes, well, I will try to slow down my words. Plugging my Twitter, JD Harm on Twitter.
Right.
JD Harm on Twitter.
There you go.
or you can do a little graphic, JD Harm on Twitter.
Like follow the bouncing ball. See? He's onto something. He knows what he's talking about. But, you know, he touched on your weight a little bit in there.
Yes.
And also your new hairstyle, using this holdener or volumizer, as you put it. No, but seriously, I know he's busting your balls and you're used to that aspect of it, but like, what from today's conversation are you going to take with you?
That I'm loved, and I will slow down my plugging on wrap-up.
Hey, that sounds like a plan.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to follow you back to your room for a second with a camera, but where can we follow you on the internet?
At JD Harm on Twitter. Is that good framing?
Yes. Very simple. I like it.
I know how to frame. I know how to frame.
You're going to be all right.
A note from Doug Goodstein from the Howard TV guys. They covered it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I wondered if they were, treating this seriously or if he was going to have a TV crew following him.
I asked Ronnie about it, and Ronnie got an audition for some sitcom. But now it's sounding like strange to me. At first, I thought they were giving Ronnie his own sitcom, and now it sounds like he was auditioning for one episode, and that they called a whole bunch of other people from the show to audition as well. Like Richie Wilson ended up auditioning, and Rachel.
And for the same part, Ronnie was auditioning for, or
different
other
part.
parts.
Yeah, it sounds like it's.
They're stacking the deck.
They're stacking the deck, and it's like a promotion to get our fans to watch the show.
Right.
So I don't know. I was hoping for the Ronnie sitcom.
Well, yeah, the other day when we were talking to him, I couldn't tell because at first it sounded like this part was written for Ronnie.
Yeah.
And then he started talking about having to go in and audition. And I thought, well, that's odd.
Here's the notes. This was a quick audition for a show called Wheels. Richie Wilson and Rachel Fine were also at the audition. Rachel and Richie ended up auditioning.
Richie is he, a cameraman?
Yeah, I don't even know what he does. He's on Howard TV.
Right.
And so they said, a few weeks ago, Ronnie sent out a tweet saying that Wheels is looking for more people to be cast in the show and attached an email address for people to send photos to.
They don't know how to get people to be actors?
No, they needed Ronnie to help. All three of them got in an early audition, which was all shot by Howard TV, and the video will be loaded in the morning. Ronnie's auditioned solo. Richie and Ronnie auditioned together.
Dude.
And Rachel auditioned solo as well.
Dude.
What is it, like a whole Howard Stern show episode?
Here's what happened.
Go ahead.
Nobody knew anything about this except me from the beginning.
Right.
They contacted me through Twitter a long time ago, back in April, about this.
Okay.
So they put a thing out on Twitter, an open audition for people to come in and audition for the show about 4 weeks ago.
Right.
And people were to send in headshots and, stuff like that. And that they would call, by invitation only, by email. to come in and audition. So a whole bunch of people got emails to come in.
So how did your audition go?
It just happened that Richie and Rachel got the same night.
Now, how did your audition go?
I thought it went really well. And
now, is it for one episode, or would your character...
No, for the whole thing.
You're a character, a regular character.
The angry coffee truck driver.
Oh.
That's
you could
good.
do that.
You should be able to do that.
I think it went really well. I mean, you know.
What did you have to say?
It was like I was talking to another, like a salesman would come to the coffee truck, say.
Right.
And he would ask, like a new guy came, a new salesman come to the truck, and he would ask what the rules are with the coffee truck. And I would say to him, the rules are, you don't ask me for credit. You don't ask me for cash. You know, you pay cash. You don't. If you touch it, you buy it. You know, that kind of stuff. And I thought it went pretty well.
Now, you are an angry kind of guy in real life, but are you able to become a character like that becomes?
Did you summon up the anger from somewhere?
Yeah. I think I did.
And did they indicate?
Because I got in a fight with Stephanie before I went there, so I was really
Okay.
What were you fighting about with her?
just stupid shit.
What's stupid? What are you doing?
It was a stupid thing.
Got yourself a nice young girl.
Yeah, no. It was cool.
What'd you fight about?
We had a little argument.
What was the argument?
A normal argument
I'm
about
curious,
something.
What do you argue with her about?
It was something about I said, you know, she had started this job, and it was I don't even want to go in. I can't go into it on here.
You can't.
No.
I'm just wondering what you argue about.
Like, it was something stupid. It was nothing, you know.
You got worked up.
Yeah. And then we were like fighting on the phone as I was walking from where I parked my car. As I was walking to the audition.
What the hell are you fighghting about?
We were just arguing. She was yelling at me. I'm yelling at her, and I go, "Well, thanks for making me angry before I go to the audition." Which actually worked out pretty good.
You should really thank her now.
Well, what is it? You don't like her to work? Or?
No, not at all. It's nothing. It was cool.
What do you think he's fighting with?
Everything was fine,
I'm trying to figure it out. If I don't know, does he not like the kind of job she took?
She's got a great job.
What she was wearing? Like, you think she's like?
No, it was nothing like that at all. Nothing like that. Nothing.
Anyway, it says here in my notes, 𝗫𝗏 was supposed to be there at 7 o'clock for the audition. At 6:45, she contacted Ronnie and said she was going to bail out.
Yeah, well, she texted me, and see, originally the audition was scheduled for 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock at night.
8 o'clock at night. Then they said they would start earlier. So I text her. Now I know she lives in the city.
Right.
I text her at 20 to 7. And I said, we're going to get in earlier, probably around 7 o'clock in that area.
Right.
So they took us upstairs about 5 after 7. At 6:50, she texted me, said, sorry, I can't make it. Good luck.
Oh.
She bailed out? She's the newswoman.
I don't know. I have no idea what happened.
That's a big story, you auditioning for a sitcom.
I don't know what happened. Howard TV was there at 6 o'clock waiting in the lobby. So that's all I know.
The guys wrote, it seems as if she was inconvenienced to do the shoot.
Well, if Ronnie gets the sitcom and it takes off, Howard 100 News won't have been there at the beginning.
That's right. What's with 𝗫𝗏 not showing up?
I don't know.
Let's see what else. Richie was able to see the script that Ronnie had to read. It was basically written as if Ronnie wrote it himself.
What does that mean?
It seemed like a natural read for him until he had to say the word Epicurean. Epicurean,
yeah, but I did it. I kind of did it on purpose to make it sound like I was stupid.
Oh, that was a technique you used.
Yeah. An acting
choice.
I actually read it twice because when Richie read for the part that they had him try out for, he was the salesman who came to the coffee truck. So they had me. They said to me, "Well, why don't you read the part with him and let's see how it goes?" You know, and it went pretty good. I think anyway, but I always think everything goes good and winds up being shit. So
Richie did the audition as a goof to see what would happen. They ended up pairing him with Ronnie to read together, but Richie doesn't expect to be called back. Richie doesn't feel he did a good job.
Oh, really?
He's not an actor.
After Ronnie's first read, Richie heard everyone in the room clapping through the closed door, so they must have liked it.
They were. So
then maybe you got the part.
Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah, I was pretty happy about the whole thing.
Also there at the audition was one of Ronnie's former hot chick of the week, Christy Day, who flew in from North Carolina just to try out.
Yeah, she had sent in her thing, headshot. Yeah. She does acting and modeling and stuff like that.
So when are we going to find out if you're in this show?
I don't know. I guess I'll hear from them when they're done with the auditions. So.
All right.
I know they were running them till like 2 in the morning this morning. So.
Wow.
Wow. What is it, Gary?
In 10 seconds, I'll be right back with the audition.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
You have Ronnie's audition?
I have Ronnie's audition, and then I'm pulling the one with him and Richie.
Okay.
Ronnie De Niro.
Because the first one he did with the producer.
All right. I'll wait for that.
All right, man.
Ronnie De Niro will call you.
Hey, I hope it works.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I hope it's cool.
Did you discuss how much money it's going to pay?
No, we hadn't gotten. I'm gonna.
They'll talk to my agent.
The Buckwald office for that.
They probably think you'd do it for anything, but you want a certain amount of money, right?
You're going to be a major character.
I mean, I'm not gonna be an asshole and say, just because,
Right.
I want to do it.
You want major character money?
I think it'll be cool.
I want my own trailer.
Do you think he'll ever be, how De Niro is De Niro? Like, you know who it is just by saying his last name?
Yeah.
Will there ever be a time where you can just say Mund?
Mund. What is it, Gary?
So it's on Gary, page 2, and Green in the first column. So the guy you hear off Mike reading with him is a producer, and then I'll pull the one with him and Richie.
You hear your audition. See how you did.
Ready, Ron?
Ready as I'm ever going to be.
Hi, what's special today?
What's special? I'll tell you what's special. What's special is that I'm done in 2 hours. That's what's special.
No, I need on the truck. Good joke.
New guy, huh? What's special is no credit. It's all COD. No, and I'll pay on Friday crap. No Rick. I'll give you some money on Tuesday. No, I haven't sold a car in a week and have.
What the fuck? It's fine.
I was warming up.
Sounds like they'll give you the job anyway.
Yeah.
No, I think it went, pretty good.
Right. What do you think, Robin? Do you think he's got something there?
They were clapping? No.
They were clapping
They
for
were
that.
clapping. It was over.
Money, and what's really special, no roach coats jokes, because I don't smoke them, sell them, or have them. They're okay. That's what's special.
He's a horrible actor, isn't he?
But sometimes that's what works.
Well, they want somebody who sounds dumb and stupid, I guess. I don't know, an angry driver. Besides, how special can coffee and buttered rolls be? This ain't Olive Garden on wheels,
Just asking because I was in the restaurant business too.
Oh, yeah? Well, I could see how great that worked for you.
I ain't watching this show.
Maybe once you see it on camera, it really pops.
I think he's got something. I'm not sure what it is, but he's got something. I don't know. What do I know? Hey, then maybe
Look,
that's the...
I don't know what they're looking for.
Ronnie, if they were applauding that, then maybe you're onto something.
Hey, I hope so. Yeah. Ha! Let me guess. You had some fancy place somewhere with tablecloths and candles, that real expensive shit most people couldn't pronounce. I'm getting close, right? Made a lot of money, spent all the cash, and you beat Uncle Sam out of silly toys and cheap broads? Oh, God knows what else you're gonna try to...
Oh, my God.
Are there periods in that sentence?
I think he got something, but I don't know if it's called
Oh,
talent.
there are periods, man.
Yeah. That's some read. Maybe he was a little...
It is a read.
Were you a little nervous?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Of course I was nervous.
Sure.
Pulled some Zagat into protection bullshit.
What?
What did he just say?
Zagging in the what?
I don't know.
Wait, let me back that up.
I mean, cater truck cuisine, right?
What?
The protection. Sam out of silly toys and cheap broads. Oh, God knows what else you're gonna try to pull some Zagat into protection bullshit.
Into the
I don't know what that is.
That's. You think it went? You think it went well?
Yeah.
You think that audition went well?
Yeah, I think it went well.
You didn't even fucking say in English over there. I
Yeah,
don't know
well,
what
that's the whole idea.
Really?
That's the whole idea of it. They wanted me to sound,
Well, you definitely just sound dopey.
That's what they want.
You don't even sound like you're. Well, all right. Well, I don't know what they're looking for.
I don't know. Maybe that's not what they're looking for, but that's what they told me they're looking for.
I was going to say, they gave you some direction like that.
Yeah, because I met with these guys about a month ago.
Okay.
At a restaurant.
Did they give you the lines in advance?
No.
No, there was
why didn't they do that?
Because they wanted me to just come in and read it. And see how it went.
Well,
they gave it to me 5 minutes before I walked in.
So you didn't get to memorize it or anything?
No, I was just reading it off the paper, About carrying cater truck cuisine, right?
What?
Carrying
so
what?
What's catering truck cuisine.
You can't even fucking say it.
I was doing
catering truck cuisine.
I was doing it on purpose like that.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
You're having trouble.
No, I wasn't. I did it on purpose.
Bullshit.
I'm telling you.
Don't bullshit.
That was my true
bullshitting.
line.
I wasn't bullshitting you.
Ronnie.
Ronnie. Dude, I'm not bullshitting you. Gonna be.
Just coffee and a piece of fudge over there.
Fudge? Where the fuck do you see fudge?
In that tray over there.
There you go.
That's Ronnie.
You really... Mastermind? Well, Wolfgang, fudge happens to be mushroom truffle casserole.
What?
Yeah, well, it looks a bit oozy.
It didn't last a week.
Okay, then, just coffee. Thanks.
Hope you sell some cars that Chateaubriand.
Thank you.
It sounds to me like they were goofing on him, giving him hard words to say. Something's up with this audition.
They were throwing.
If he's supposed to be like just an angry blue-collar truck driver, what's he doing using words like Epicurean?
First of all,
and cuisine.
What show do you know a guy has this big a dialogue?
With the guy in the truck.
Right. What is it?
I was just going to say the second one that he does with Richie is a different pronunciation of that word that he couldn't get the first time.
I know, but...
Well, I was refining my humor.
I think they're up to something here.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Wow, look at the applause. Ronnie.
Yeah.
Ronnie goes, I think I did good.
Yeah.
I said I thought it went all right.
Joe, how do you like the audition?
Hey, well, if they were looking for somebody who truly sounds stupid, you nailed it, Ronnie.
Well, there you go. This guy thinks you did a good job.
Right.
Very nice.
Are there any actors out there who can shed some light on auditioning and how Ronnie did?
Keith, you're an actor. How did that sound to you?
He sounded like Hank the Drunken Dwarf. You put that tape of him next to Hank side by side, you won't be able to tell the difference.
Well, Rick, go ahead. You're on the air.
That last guy nailed it. It's Hank the Angry Dwarf.
Right.
I mean, if you pull from the son of the beach, that's exactly what Ronnie sounds like.
James, you're on the air.
Howard, make it stop. Make it stop, please. Good God. You're killing us.
You don't like Ronnie's audition?
Oh, man, it's horrible. It's horrible. After a good week, and now you're bringing us all down.
All right. Well, there you go.
Place is falling apart here.
Place is falling apart.
Look at this.
What happened?
I don't know. I put my hand on here, and all the crap is coming off of my hand.
Oh, dear. I guess it had a 5-year shelf life.
Richie Wilson was at Ronnie's audition.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
The funniest thing was, Ronnie came almost dressed for the part. He had on like a shirt that would look like he came from a mechanic shop. It had the name Mac on the chest and everything.
Well, he's a method actor.
Yeah.
I'm like Lee Strasberg.
Yeah.
Did you have an outfit on that would reflect the character?
Yeah, it was whatchamacallit.
Oh, yeah, there you are.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. But look at you. Look the part. There was some read. All right, listen. Whatever. I'm glad you got the audition. I hope it works out for you. I really do.
Thank you.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Jeff, go ahead. Jeff the drunk wants to weigh in. I think he liked it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm sure he loved it.
That was so fucking funny. Holy shit. I bet you I could do better than that.
I bet you could.
Well, listen, you got to give it a shot.
They didn't call you.
No, they called Ronnie. They want him. All right, listen, Ron, congratulations on your triumphant audition over at the...
Thank you.
What's the show? Wheels.
Wheels.
Okay, very good.
Ron.
Yo.
Talk to me about the audition itself.
Okay.
A lot of people in there were doubting your acting skills.
Listen, I went in there. I'm not. I don't claim to be an actor. I claim to be myself. Okay. They gave me a part that they felt I could do because it's an angry part, and they gave me some papers to read right before I went in. I had no idea what I was reading, no clue about it beforehand. I knew about it when I walked into the place. They handed me the script of a scene, and I did it, and that's the end of it. If I get the part, fine. If I don't get the part, that's also fine. I tried. That's all.
There's a lot of people around here doubting the legitimacy of the operation. Not you, the production company.
No, it's a legit. Dude. Ask you people who were there last night. Okay, it's a legitimate operation. It's no fly-by-night deal.
So we might be seeing you on the
on a cable network. Okay. I can't say what it is.
But it's a reputable cable network.
Very reputable. Very reputable.
How reputable?
Very reputable.
And cut.
Right.
Lisa G is here with some headlines from the Howard 100 newsroom. Lisa, what do you have for us?
Lisa Glassberg.
Here she is, Lisa G, in the house. Lisa, what do you have for us?
A lot of great...
Hey, Lisa, how come you didn't cover Ronnie last night? Did you just bail?
It was supposed to be at 8 o'clock.
Right.
Brad Driver and I decided at 5:30 that we weren't going to cover it. We're short-staffed.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a text at 6:45 that Ronnie was going on at 7:20.
Right.
And I was in my sweats. I mean, I couldn't jump, and I wouldn't have
Aren't
been
you
able...
like Lois Lane? When a story breaks, you have to be there?
We decided we weren't covering it.
Yeah. I'm doing more investigation into this so-called sitcom, and it seems that it's not like a sitcom that's already been, been on the air or something.
It doesn't have a go.
No, it's a company that's trying to make a sitcom. So it's not even, they're trying to put something together.
Oh.
Kind of like Stuttering John with his Mafia movie.
Is this like, do they have a pilot deal?
No.
Oh, no deal.
No, they don't have a deal.
Oh.
No, they do.
Oh, they do?
It's sold.
Oh, it's sold?
Yeah.
The guys just told me it's not. Gary just told me it's
Well, that's not what I was told.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I was told. It's sold to a...
Who's it sold to?
I can't say. I'm not supposed to say.
But it's on a network?
Cable.
Cable network?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has an episode run of what?
13, I heard.
Okay.
Well, there you go. I think Lisa should have been there then.
Well, Howard TV was there at 6 o'clock, so that's all I know.
A lot of questions.
But Lisa was in her sweats, so.
Yeah, but...
She couldn't get over there.
Yeah, but she knew from the beginning it was supposed to be 8 o'clock.
And we decided that we weren't going to cover it.
Who's we? You didn't tell me. You texted me in the afternoon and said you would be there. What are you talking about?
That's not what I said.
You
I said
me
was
at 4 o'clock saying, did they move your read to 6 o'clock? And I said, no. Where did you get that from?
Because I had been talking to them. No, let me finish. I had been talking to the producer, and they said they were going to try to move it up to accommodate you. And also,
you live 30 blocks away. What's the big deal? You couldn't cover
we
it?
decided,
I'm not big enough for you?
No, you're not.
Okay, good. Good.
He said to me, well, if I were in the Hamptons, you would have been there.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You rented a car to drive out to the Hamptons.
I was there, and I covered that story on my vacation.
Baloney. You just didn't want to. You were in sweats. You didn't want to come.
We're short-staffed. Have someone else go.
What do you mean short-staffed? What were you doing? What other story were you covering last night then, if you were short-staffed?
take it up with my news director.
No, what were you covering? You said you were short-staffed, so that means
I said we are short-staffed.
You must have been covering something else then.
Yeah, my job here during the day.
Okay. What about everybody else goes out at night and covers stuff?
Good. They win.
I went and did. I had to be up at 3:15 this morning.
Well, next time have the audition in the Hamptons and I'll go.
Okay, great.
All right, there you go. Yeah. 𝗛𝗵cie 𝗄𝗿 having it out with Ronnie. Ronnie upset his audition not covered by the news department.
That's what it is. He's upset he's not you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Are you upset that you're not me?
Wait a minute. You can cover Benji walking down the stairs with a horse head on like a horse.
I didn't cover that.
The news department can cover that.
We covered Benji sabotaging Anthony Weiner's press conference.
Good.
That was a great news story.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Like I said, I'm not big enough for you.
No, you're not.
That's good.
Lisa's so cute.
Yeah, she's so cute.
You're not.
No, she's just lazy. That's the whole deal.
Right.
What if Ronnie dressed as a horse?
What
if Ronnie dressed as a horse?
Oh, she would have been there. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
If I was walking on all
Lisa,
fours.
what about that, though? Is Ronnie right in a way that you're lazy because you didn't cover the news?
No.
You just felt he wasn't an important news story?
No, we're short-staffed.
I see.
What is that? I don't get that. What that means? I still don't get it. There's one person missing. That's
Steve.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That takes down the whole department.
The whole
down the whole news
department
department.
falls to shit now.
Talk to Brad Driver. He'll explain.
I did talk to Brad Driver, and he put his hands up like, I don't know.
Well, why didn't Brad cover it then?
Because he doesn't cover stories.
No.
He's the news director.
I didn't ask Brad. Brad, she was in touch with me in the afternoon.
Right.
And when
she decided she had
Hold
to
on.
pick and choose her stories.
When
She decided you weren't
when
important.
I said to her,
you got your audio.
Hold on. When I said to you in like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon when you text me, did they move my thing back to 6 o'clock? And I said, no, where did you get that from? You said, oh, that's so unfair because you get up so early in the morning. Which means at that point I said to myself, you didn't want to come out because you got to get up in the morning.
I was trying to get you in there earlier, Ronnie. You wake up so early. Why were they having you audition at 8 o'clock at night?
I wasn't auditioned at 8 o'clock.
Well, that's what they had told me.
I was at it at 7:30.
That's what they had told me up until
I let you know.
5:30 in the evening.
Ronnie really wants to be on the news.
I let you know at 20. I let you know at 20 to 7. That we were going in earlier. And
Ronnie, would Lisa
you lived 30 blocks away. You couldn't get there in 15 minutes?
Would Lisa
No.
would Lisa have
I
been
guess
there
not.
if it was a red carpet event?
Definitely. Without a doubt.
I see.
Well, maybe if there's a red carpet premiere.
No,
of your TV
they don't
show.
have to come at all now. I don't
You know,
care.
I got to say one thing. Ronnie's the only person around here bitching about not being covered by the
I
news
know.
department.
I love not being.
Well, no, she made
We like it when they're short staffed.
No, she made it such a big deal out of texting me in the afternoon about didn't they move it to 6 o'clock and all this nonsense, like it was bothering her because it was so late. It's like when
Right.
she went out with Wadey, she had to be home at 7
Well, I
o'clock.
guess she'd put in a full day and
she
felt...
She did a 6:15 date with Wadey, and by 7 o'clock she was home. I mean, what kind of date is that?
Well, maybe she had put in a long day and she was beat.
Everybody puts in long days every once in a while, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, Ronnie, she talked to the news
That's
director.
okay. It's fine. It's fine.
And they made a decision.
That's not what she said to me.
Okay.
That's not what she said last night. She goes, I can't make it. Good luck. What kind of answer is that?
It's the right one.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe in your mind it is.
What else do you want me
Not
to
in my
say?
mind. Go on with your news. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
You know, Ronnie's great because he's his own source. He's calling you and telling you to cover some news about him.
This is where it's going to be.
He's upset because he feels that I went all the way to the Hamptons to cover a party
Right.
where I was on vacation.
You were already there.
I was there on vacation. I
Right.
used my vacation time, and I covered your story. And I hear what he's saying. He's upset.
He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt. He wants to be on the news.
Now I feel really bad.
I mean, quite frankly, you can skip any cover party I'm at and go cover Ronnie. I'm way more interested in that.
Ronnie, are you upset that, No! Her opinions that you lack
Here's the
prestige
thing.
and that's
Don't
what
tell me you're fucking covering it, and then it's then you call me you call me in the afternoon, and you ask me, did they move it back? Right? Did they move the time back? I said, no, they didn't move the time back. It's still 8 o'clock, but we're still going to get there at 7. They might get us in earlier, okay? That's what I said to her. Then at 20 to 7, I get a text from her saying, not coming, can't make it, good luck. What kind of fucking shit is that? Then don't tell the people from Wheels that you're covering it. Don't tell anybody you're covering it. Don't come.
What I heard from you was that, read between the lines, you're a dedicated soldier in this army. She's not.
That's the way it's always been. It's always been like that.
There is no.
She picks and chooses what she feels like fucking doing. That's okay with me. Right. I don't give a shit.
With you, there is no time.
But don't tell me you're covering it. Right. Don't say you're coming.
Right.
And then at the last minute, back out.
What else, Lisa? Yes.
All right. Scott the engineer blasted by SiriusXM employees for taking too much credit surrounding Lady Gaga's amazing performance here on the show. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Scott declared he'd split the credit for sound quality about 50-50 between himself and senior manager of broadcast operations, Chris Gibbons. Well, Chris suggests to Howard 100 News that it might be more like of a 90-10 split.
With Scott
Chris's
No, I
favor.
can't take that much credit.
Chris doing the 90, huh?
Right.
Plus, Scott took credit on the wrap-up show for, quote, making sure the piano got in, a task which Tim Sabian's new assistant, Sarah, says she was responsible for. Sarah says, quote, it doesn't feel good. I worked really hard to get that piano in. Sarah had a deal.
Gary went to, this is the Lady Gaga thing. Gary went to Scott, and you sent him a note and said, I want you to be responsible for the piano. And according to Gary, Scott then just sent him an email to Jared and said, be responsible for the piano.
Oh, that's how he took care of it.
Yeah, that's what
But then he's taking all the credit.
Then he took all the credit.
Wow.
Because he said on the wrap-up show when his back was against the wall that he was responsible for getting the piano in.
Well, Sarah said she had to deal with movers, the building, the piano company, the insurance company.
Scott, why are you taking credit for that? I'm kind of curious. I mean, this young girl was busy working her ass off on this, and now you're taking credit for it. Let's get to the bottom of this. Did Scott have anything to do with the piano getting in here? Scott, did you have anything to do with the piano getting in here? This all stemmed from the fact that I decided to congratulate Scott on a great job.
Yeah, because it sounded so
Obviously, I had nothing to do with anything, so I'll just,
you had
I'll
nothing
just take credit for nothing.
Did you have anything?
I didn't do anything for anybody, okay?
Did
just
you?
Take it.
Well, that's an easy way out.
Well, of course it's an easy way out.
Did
just
you
bust my
have
fucking balls,
Did
and that'll
you
be
have
the easy
anything
way
to
out.
do with the piano?
Nothing, obviously.
But you
of
took
course,
credit
I was
for
here
it.
the day. I wanted to make sure it got in here. It was set up properly. I was here with the movers when they brought it here. I wanted to make sure that
you were here.
I was here, yeah.
So then why is she saying she did all the work?
Listen, the first week of the 2-week vacation, I was off.
Right.
So I contacted Jared. I said, Jared, can you make sure that you handle it with the piano company that we're all set for delivery?
Right.
Then when I came, I was here the second week, and I...
So, Lisa, he was here.
Sarah wrote me a note, and she had all the information, and she contacted all the people. I said, great. What time is it coming? I want to make sure it gets in here, it gets set up properly, and we're all set for Monday.
All right, so then you...
Tim is telling me right now. What's Tim? Sarah lined it up, booked it, made it happen.
I didn't say I booked it a minute. I was here to make sure that it got in the studio where it should be, set up properly, and all ready for... Shut up, Jason.
For a whole weekend?
Fucking Jason, come on, really? All right, I didn't do it. I mean, really?
Did you do
guys,
anything
I'm
or
a
not?
sound engineer. I don't do the paperwork.
Right.
I make sure that the piano
So you
was
were
here.
here for the setup of the piano.
That's correct.
Right.
I made sure Chris...
Now, what did Chris do? Because he seems to be saying he
He's
did 90%.
now saying 90% of the work was done by him.
And the engineering department of Sirius. The piano got here. It was set up, 1 o'clock. So he was he put the mics in the piano, and put the vocal.
So in other words, when I praised you, you deserved the praise.
Oh, of course, I was part of the process.
Right. Okay,
I
good.
wasn't
All right.
just, you know, I didn't
A lot
just,
of people thought you were taking the praise.
Wait a minute, Howard.
Yeah.
I was part of the process, Robin.
I just want to ask a question of Howard.
Go ahead.
What needs to be done to make the Lady Gaga performance get on the air? The piano has to be mic'd.
Right.
She has to be mic'd.
Right.
And then
there
what
has to
else?
be a sound mix, which is most important.
Okay. And so who did that?
Well, I was complimenting Scott on it.
Chris did that, but when
Chris did that.
he set up, he mic'd the piano.
Yeah.
Chris wasn't here when her sound engineer came in, and he went in and checked everything, and I was at the board making changes to what he was telling me to do. So then when Chris got here, I came in here.
Who should I compliment on the
all of us. I mean, it was a team effort. This show is a team effort. And
so you were in on it?
Of course I was.
There you go. There's your answer.
Okay. I mean, you said thank you the other day. I said thank you because I was part of the team effort.
Thank
But you didn't say...
I have in the past said when Howard's complimented me.
Effort.
When Howard's complimented me in the past, I've said, well, you know, I've worked with Chris.
All right, my compliment then stands. Enough of this.
You know, it's not like I didn't do anything.
I'm just checking into it. That's
I didn't do the whole thing. There are some things.
All right, thank you.
When other artists come in, I do the whole thing.
Robin, please.
Did you set up Lady Gaga's microphone?
Did I set it up? Not physically, no. I mean, this wasn't a very complicated...
Look, he didn't set up her microphone.
He didn't mic the piano.
He didn't mic the piano, and he didn't do the mix. But I do compliment you, and that's it. I stand by my compliment. Whatever you did, you didn't fuck it up.
I listened to make sure it sounded good.
You did. Good.
Howard, it's so funny. Tim's been pacing around my office.
Tell Tim to go back in his office.
Just, he goes,
really?
He goes, Scott's the guy.
I do nothing.
Asks if he can help you move, and then stands there and holds the door.
That's help.
I mean, really.
No, all right, here we go. All right.
Go ahead, Tim.
Tim, you want to
Okay.
start with me?
No.
I mean, what's the fucking problem?
You handed it off to
I didn't
Jared.
hand anything off.
Lisa booked the whole thing, made everything happen. You're the kind of guy that says, "Hey, I'll help you move," and then come over to my house and hold the door.
Oh, please.
Yeah, but Gary just used that line.
I mean...
Yeah. Go grab the binder. Yeah. Right.
Top of the
But Scott supervised a lot of this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Scott
Tim, just
stood there when
really.
other people did things.
Tim.
Bullshit. That's what I got to say. Bullshit.
Tim.
Her name's Sarah, by the way, not Lisa. I mean,
What I say, Lisa?
Tim doesn't believe that you do anything around here. So, you know.
Tim.
I don't know what
You made the analogy that he's the type of guy who, you ask him to help you move and he just holds the door.
Right.
So he's a part of the process, as he put it, but not an integral part of the process.
Exactly. He's the doorstop.
Now you're a guy who oversees and manages. Did Scott oversee and manage anything in this operation?
He handed it off. He didn't manage anything. Didn't take control of anything. He was a speed bump in the process.
I think your comments speak to the fact that there might be some issues with you and Scott.
No, not at all. Not at all. I love Scott, but on this particular issue, he's totally wrong. He didn't do anything. I can attest to that because I was in constant contact with, with Sarah and with my staff, and I know exactly what happened. So there's no way he had anything to do with it.
Do you think
If it was a team effort, he was on the bench.
Do you think the fact that Scott wasn't involved is the reason why it was such a successful
Exactly.
mix and segment?
Exactly. Exactly. He has no idea about the insurance company, has no idea about the moving company, no idea about the building people that we have to deal with. He has no idea about the process in which we have to get it into the building and set up. He has no idea who the contact people were, who we had to contact. He just doesn't understand the process at all, or understood what went into getting that piano up into the studio and getting it set up. So.
And once the actual music started, he had very little to do with the mixing and the setup of the microphone.
Well, Gaga brought her own guy in, and who did the sound, and we have our guy, Chris Gibbons, who did what he needed to do. And so it's all pretty much happened on its own.
I say you did a good job.
If you don't like the way I work, I mean,
I said I did.
Obviously, Tim doesn't believe that I do anything around here.
Well, that's Tim.
You know,
I like it.
I don't know where he wants to start. I don't know where he wants to start with me. Really, I don't know
either.
I don't know what his problem is with me.
I am just saying the Lady Gaga stuff.
I had to make sure that everything was correct for Monday morning, and that's what I did. I followed up on everything. I made sure the piano was here. I made sure it sounded good, and that's my job.
Scott.
So I did my job as far as I'm concerned.
Scott.
Everything came off great,
Scott,
okay? So
Scott.
You all busting my balls.
Scott,
I get it. This is what we do around here.
I came by and gave you a sincere compliment.
I know you did.
It's still, if I compliment anyone around here, all hell breaks loose.
This all started because you complimented me.
I know.
Okay.
I'm never going to compliment you again.
No, because it's bad.
That's what makes it bad.
Let me just bitch and moan that nobody compliments me, and I'll be happy.
I'm going to say again.
Isn't it so much better?
Yes.
Scott, the sound for Lady Gaga.
It was great, and it was a team effort.
Can I finish?
Thank you.
The sound for Lady Gaga was terrific. Good job.
Thank you.
It was your best work ever. Here you go. I mean, all I know is when I compliment. See, normally I walk out of here, I don't say anything to anybody.
Right.
And then I get blamed because I don't acknowledge
You never
anyone.
acknowledge anyone.
So for once, I walked by, saw Scott, say, Scott, great job today. And that started a whole slew of problems.
Fuse got lit.
That was the worst thing you could have done.
It started problems with other people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know.
I just said, job well done.
Most people around here think I don't do anything.
Well, that's their perception.
You know, so because it looks like I don't do anything, but actually,
you know what it is? You're so cool, calm, and collected.
I'm multitasking. Nobody knows. I'm working my fantasy baseball, and at the same time, I'm engineering.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you for the compliment. Let me just explain. Certain jobs, certain
no, you
people,
did already. All right, we get it. You're winning. You're winning.
Sometimes I do all of it. Sometimes I do, you know, 10% of it.
Winning.
Whatever.
Whatever you did,
you
did well. Good. The team did well. To all the guys on the team, congratulations. You know, do me a favor. When you do something, write what you do on your head. That way I'll know how much, the percentage of what you did. Make your credit. Like credits, like movie credits, but write them on your head.
Scott, you're being called out.
No, that was my audition for Ronnie's show.
Scott, did you really have very little to do with this segment, and you're taking 10%?
I had
10% of the.
I don't know the
100%
percentage. Whatever the
credit.
fucking thing is, the segment went off great, and everybody was happy. Okay, I work with other people around here, and we get the job done. That's it.
A lot of these other people don't seem to think you were the main ingredient.
I'm not a man. I obviously didn't do anything. Okay, I have to follow up. Gary wanted to make sure that the piano got in there and got set up properly, and I did. He passed it on to me, and I contacted people I had to get in touch with to make sure that it was done.
But when they broke down the process, it seemed like you had a very small part, yet you got all the credit from Howard.
I get the credit and I get the blame. So, you know, sometimes you get blamed for something that doesn't go right, and I have the same responsibility. I mean, if it didn't go well, then I would have gotten all the blame. Right, Tim?
You're stirring the pot this morning with your news reports. Really ignited a couple of feuds. First off, with Ronnie, he really took offense to the fact that you were not willing to cover.
Well, a couple of things. We thought the audition was at 8. We're short-staffed. Everyone is working longer days, more stories, and we made a decision at 5:30 that we weren't going to cover it.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I told him that at 6:45 when he texted me.
No, she just didn't want to come there, and it was too late for her.
Ronnie's obviously.
Will you please?
Feels hurt. Feels hurt. He's not Howard.
Go there.
Sorry.
He also seems hurt though that he seems to think there's no punch in, punch out here. Like so, he didn't accept your short-staffed reasoning, and he thinks you should have been there.
See, he wants to get on camera.
Regardless.
Yes, you do. I see you hovering around like a bee.
I'm supposed to be here. It's my job. At least I'm here.
Right.
At least I do my job.
In retrospect, you wish you had.
How do you not laugh? That doesn't make you laugh.
I'm always laughing.
I'll do my Flavor Flav. What?
But he seems to think that no matter what, even if you were short-staffed, you should have gone the extra mile and been there. You said you claim that points to the fact that he just wants to be a celebrity around here. He wants to have the Howard type of.
I can see how his ego may be bruised that we weren't there to cover it. We'll cover everything else. Believe me, we're just going through a little transition now, and we'll be there for him. Absolutely. When he wins an Emmy, we'll be there. Yay!
Now with Scott, the engineer.
Yes.
You stirred the pot once again. I mean, this has turned into a major war, and right now there could be sort of controversy between him and Tim Sabian starting to brew.
Yeah, well, with this story, I was just reporting the news. Scott left out an important phrase. When Howard said thank you to Scott, he could have said it wasn't just me, it was Chris and Sarah, and just go down the list. I know I've done that in the past when someone has thanked me. Just recently, 𝗛cie helped me with something, and when Brad, my news director, came in to thank me, I said, well, 𝗛cie also helped me with this as well. So, things happen. Sometimes you forget. So, but it definitely.
Don't throw me under the bus.
I'm not.
Lisa, it's a team effort around
right,
here.
but you.
I didn't take all the credit.
You neglected to say.
He walked by the office. I said thank you. I'm not going to start with him. Oh, this one did that. I don't know who did what. I know that we got the job done. I'm not going to start listing a bunch of people. He knows who works around here, and it's a ridiculous situation. We made sure that segment with Lady Gaga went off perfectly, and that's the most important thing.
I do have to say, I saw Scott in the studio working with Horace, her engineer, and I saw Scott working with Horace at the mixing board.
Yeah, well, thank you. So obviously I did do something. I didn't do it all, and I tried to explain. Sometimes I do it all, sometimes I do some of it, sometimes I do little. Every situation is different.
Are you going to say something to Sarah today?
No. I said what I had to say on camera. Sarah should stay out of it. It had nothing to do with her. It had to do with how it sounded in the studio. Whether the piano guy, that's ridiculous. She shouldn't even say a word about anything. That's her job. Okay? So I don't know what the big deal was. The credit was that Howard was happy the way it sounded. Okay? I'm not a secretary. I'm not responsible for getting pieces and parts delivered. Okay? That's somebody else. I'm responsible for making sure that segment sounded good. And that's what it did. It sounded good. I don't operate on I'm not a movie fan.
I just reported what she said on our news report.
Well, she's wrong. She should just stay out of it.
Well, you need to tell her that. I can't tell her that.
This has to do with the way it sounded, not the way the guys moved the piano in. Okay? Gary wanted me to make sure that everything went all right before he went on vacation. And he put me in charge of that. And I did. I made sure that everything went all right. Okay? They had all the information of I wrote Jared an email. I said, do you have all the information? Because Gary didn't give me the information for the Steinway people. He just said, make sure the piano gets here. I said, okay. So I contacted Jared. I said, do you have all the information? Because I was going on vacation. And he said, yes, I'll take care of it. So he passed it on to Sarah. He didn't even take it.
Those of you who are fans of John's movies, Iron Man, Elf, and what else? Well, he's got...
Did I tell you I was just watching a little bit? Iron Man is such a good movie.
Yeah, did a great job with it. Cowboys and Aliens is his new movie.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. We could have had a screening this week, but I have no time for screenings.
I wouldn't have been able to get there.
Yeah. I'm too busy. And, you know, you say, what are we busy with? Because we do a show till 10 o'clock in the morning.
Apparently.
But, yeah, it's really horseshit. But I'm busy all day. Well, yesterday I was with my daughter, Ashley. We were out eating dinner. And, you know, I'm not going to blow her off for a screening.
Well, would you like a screening? We could have brought her to it.
Well, yeah, I could have brought her. But you know what? That doesn't lead to great conversation sitting in a movie
right,
together.
It's not quality time with your daughter.
Yeah. Jon Favreau is the director of Cowboys and Aliens. I got to figure this movie is going to make a ton of dough because, A, he directed Iron Man, which everyone digs. All the geeks dig that. And also, I mean, with a title like Cowboys and Aliens, I mean, I'm a super geek, and I know I love that already. John, right? It can't miss, right?
I don't know, Howard. It's a really good movie, but it's a strange one. People might not be ready for the title, but we showed it at Comic-Con, and they went crazy.
Yeah, I heard you got. Ralph told me you got a standing O.
Oh, it was insane, Howard, and it felt so good after 2 years. You know, I've been coming around talking to you. I spoke to you while I was filming, and
no, I know you worked a lot on this, and when I heard the concept Cowboys and Aliens, and then John sent me some of the footage, I thought, wow, this thing's going to make so much fucking money, but maybe he's right. Maybe the public can't handle it. Of course they can handle it. Cowboys?
Are we ready for this?
What do you think it's going to make? Seriously, does the studio project what the opening weekend should be? And don't give me any horse shit. Tell me really what they're projecting.
There's no projections yet because the tracking comes out today.
That's not true.
It's true. It's true. People have called out 40 to open. Which I think we'll do better than. I hope we'll do better.
How much, that's a lowball figure, how much awareness does the public have of Cowboys and Aliens? Now, that's the first thing they track for weeks in advance.
Well, that's what's good about our goofy title. People don't forget it. I did a movie called 𝗁cie𝗄𝗿𝗱, and I literally went to the movie theater. The usher didn't even know what I was talking about.
Right, because, in other words, the name's got to stick. Cowboys and Aliens is Fred, what do you think the thing's going to make? And if they're the movie costs $180 million to make, right?
That's not true.
Yes, it
is. That's not true, Howard. No.
You say it's 100 because you want to lowball it, but it's actually $180 million.
I'll tell you the truth. It cost $163, and don't tell anybody.
How much?
$163.
$163.
Yeah.
Okay. You know the studio wants more than $40 million on the opening weekend.
I'd like more than 40.
So they're telling you that they're tracking only 40?
That's not what they're telling me. It's tracking. That's what I read by the Hollywood insiders
What are they tracking?
To make.
You've got to make. What'd you like to see? $60 million?
Tracking comes out today. No, it's not going to make that much. No way.
Do you think it's not going to make?
Why not?
Why would you think no way?
Because it's not a superhero movie. It's a weird concept, and it's
aliens.
It's aliens.
There's a lot of alien footage, right?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of. By the end of it, there's a lot of aliens. Talk to Hein. He saw it. Is Hein around?
Hein. You call him Hein? I call him John.
John Hein.
John Hein. Hold on.
John.
Yeah, big Johnny Favreau on a roll. By the way, John sent me the hat that Harrison Ford wore.
The real hat.
I hope this movie makes a fortune, so my hat will be worth a lot of money.
That's how I figure it. You know,
how many hats did Harrison...
It's not one of the stunt double hats.
Yeah, this is the hat. Is this the hat?
He wore one on the horse. There's a few hats. There's not the only hat.
How many hats are in existence at Harrison Ford during the show?
That I don't know, and I'm not going down this road with you.
Whoa. I want to know what I own. John.
Let's assume there's less than 10.
You know what Ralph said to me? He goes, He goes, I don't want to ruin this for you, but, you know, really, John should have sent you one of the wristbands that the Cowboys wear to fight the aliens.
That's the big thing.
And I
I wanted to get you a gun that was fired. That was the thing. I have one of those set aside for you, but it's hard with the gun laws. But if you want to sign some paperwork, buddy, I'll get you a gun that was shot by Daniel Craig in the movie.
Yeah, I want that.
All right.
Save that for me.
I will.
Get him the paperwork.
Which scene was my hat in?
What scene was it in?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Did it actually make it into the movie?
It did make it in the movie. It is like literally the expression of looking a gift horse in the mouth when I send you something.
I know that Beth was impressed because she walked in. She goes, "Let me put this hat on," because like I said, "This is the actual hat Harrison Ford." And she goes, "Ooh, maybe I should put it on." She put it on, but it was funny because the plastic was still in the hat part, so she put it on. It wouldn't go on.
Did you film her in it naked yet? I heard you were.
I might do a shoot with her. I actually might shoot her in the hat nude. I'm thinking about that, actually.
If I wasn't a more respectful person, I would say you might want to share those with friends of yours.
I heard a crazy thing about you, and then I'll get John's review, but you were actually afraid to be the director of Iron Man 3. Your first two Iron Mans, let me give you an idea. The first two Iron Mans made a combined $1.2 billion.
Wow.
Iron Man made $585 million. Iron Man 2 made $626 million. That's 1.2. And John pussied out of making Iron Man 3 because he was afraid.
You're not making Iron Man 3?
No, because he's afraid that there's too much expectation. Why would that scare you? I mean, you know, you got a great franchise. You got something, a bird in the hand. You got Robert Downey Jr. He's ready to go. You got Gwyneth Paltrow. Make the third one.
You know, I walk around and I see how depressed Steven Spielberg is that he didn't direct Jurassic Park 3.
Right.
I think you might be right.
Of course I'm right.
No, I don't. Howard, I've done it for 4 years. You
So
want
what?
to try something different.
I do the same thing every day.
You don't feel any commitment to us?
To you, I love you, Robin. I would do anything for you, and I'll act out Iron Man 3 for you in your living room in my underwear.
Will Robert Downey do it without you?
Oh yeah, he's got Shane Black, and they're buddies long before we were friends.
Who's Shane Black?
He did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He wrote
I never heard of
Weapon. He was a big writer since the 80s. A highest paid writer, I think.
Do you get a piece of the action on 3 if you don't direct it?
It's Marvel, but nobody gets a piece of anything.
You act like you're not a rich man. You are.
I'm comfortable. And by the way, the movie business now is changing significantly.
Oh, now you're going to tell us nobody makes money in movies?
No, it's like radio.
Yeah, come on. Hey, let me ask you this. I know your next project after this one is the Magic Wand, which I think the Magic Kingdom, I believe.
I was going to say the Magic Wand. Isn't
Magic
that
Wand.
a vibrator?
It's a movie about a vibrator. No, your next movie is Magic Kingdom.
I hope so.
Which actually is a good idea. It's a Disney. This is a very good. This is very smart. This one's gonna also make a fortune. It's the Disney characters, like in the Night of the Museum when all the dinosaurs came to life.
Yeah.
The Disney characters come to life. You know how many kids will go see that?
Oh, please, that'll be one of those $100 million openings.
You know, you got a lot of good ideas. I would bank on you.
Thank you, Howard. It all comes from growing up listening to your show.
Yeah, you're right. You owe me.
I do.
But you know what's weird, John?
I send you props, even though all you do is whip me publicly.
John, do you have an idea of a movie that you'll only get to make when you're like the superstar director? In other words, is there something on your mind?
Like some vanity project that you know wouldn't be bankable unless you have the clout to get it made.
Fart Man.
Would you make Fart Man? You wouldn't touch it.
If Ivan Reitman wouldn't, then I wouldn't go near it.
Ivan didn't. It wasn't an issue whether I wanted to do Private Parts.
Private Parts was the smart move for you.
You know, I should let you direct Fart Man because you could probably actually make that good.
If I could take a title like Cowboys and Aliens, and make that a hit, Fart Man, I'm not afraid of.
John, don't just kiss ass. I want a real review of Cowboys and Aliens. Will it be a big hit?
It's going to be a hit. I mean, I saw it at the premiere at Comic-Con, and I've never seen a movie like that because you got 2,000 people screaming and clapping and yelling throughout the whole movie, which made it a fun experience.
2,000 people who have never been laid in their entire life, right? For pretty much.
Energy.
There's a lot of energy in that room.
But the movie starts off with, you know, Daniel Craig, and there's like a real element of mystery in it, and you don't know sort of what's going to happen. And then when the aliens come, you wait for the payoff. Like, you know, what's the alien going to look like, or what are they? And you get that.
So
and
it was
more.
a great movie.
It's a really good movie. And the other thing that it's the trade between Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford and how they sort of evolve through the movie is pretty cool too.
Yeah,
But
you can't go wrong with those two guys.
but Daniel Craig, man, he's just, and I know you love him, Robin. He's
amazing.
He's awesome.
He's a stud. He gets tons of pussy, right?
It's not only that. He
Who's
just
it?
got married to Rachel Weisz. He's not
Who is
getting
that?
anybody else now. She's
She-
a beautiful woman.
Did she ever stop by the set, John?
No, she did not stop by the set.
Rachel Weisz didn't stop by the set to see her husband?
No, they weren't married yet. They got married secretly. Everybody gets married secretly. Callista and Harrison got married secretly while we were working together.
See, I didn't even know they got married.
Yeah, everything's secret. I figured I was on the inside, but I'm not as pushy as you are, Howard, and people leave me out. Except you. I got invited to your party.
Yeah, that was fun. Hey, Ralph's on the phone, too. He has a review. You want his review or you don't want it?
I want it all.
All right, hold
I tried
on.
to get you to see the thing. I sent you that movie. I know
Why
you
can't
have
they send me a copy? I mean, seriously, I swear I won't fucking make a copy of it.
I'll send you anything, Howard.
But not a copy.
I'll send you a copy. It's also the studios. You know, it's a big deal. But I tried to get you a print. I tried to do whatever I can for you, Howard. You know that. I'm a friend of the show.
I know you are.
One other thing, Howard, the pace of the movie is really good. Like, there's constant fighting and battling. And
Good, like no slow moments.
And Olivia Wilde is just gorgeous. Although you only see her naked from behind, which is the only complaint I have, John.
Do you see titties, side titties?
You see her right from the back.
You see side boobage?
No, the whole cast got to see it, but you don't get to see it.
It's PG-13. I showed as much as I could.
Do you have footage of her nude, but like you left it on the floor, so to speak?
It's not on the floor.
It's in his vault.
It's
Send me.
It's waiting for the re-release.
Never mind that dumb hat. Send me some pictures of her. Let me see what Ralph has to say. Let's see. I hope I don't hang up on you, John. Let me try this.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah, you don't want to hang up on John for me. I was really good. I loved it, man. And you know what? You know what the biggest thing was? Harrison Ford is so fucking great in it. I mean, like, he hasn't done something great in a while.
So you weren't going to give Harrison Ford the part because you were afraid to ask him. You thought because it was a supporting role, right?
I thought he wouldn't do it for sure. For sure, I thought he wouldn't do it. I was told he wouldn't do it. And then I got a whisper. I got a phone call from somebody who works with both of us saying, "Why haven't you checked him out?" And I said, "You can. It takes every time you get a pass on a movie, Howard, it takes you a few weeks. Word gets around town, no matter how secret it is, and it starts to hurt the project."
Right.
And I got word that he might be interested. I had a secret little conversation with his agent. I had a secret meeting with him.
Secret because you don't want the movie to get a stink on it when you're trying to cast it, so you keep
like
everything
people are
quiet.
turning it down.
You want to know you're
Right.
going to get a yes before you ask somebody to the prom. You don't want to just start asking everybody. It's like high school.
Hey, you know, I heard something weird about you. Can I ask you this about, well, I'm not going to ask you if I can ask you this. I'm going to ask you this. I heard from this girl, Crystal Harris, who was engaged to Hefner, that on movie nights some nights, he'll bring in silent movies with an organist. And then someone told me at your house, you do the same thing. You bring in silent movies and hire
And
an
have
organist.
a live organist.
Is that true?
I've done screenings for films for Buster Keaton movies, but not in my home.
How boring.
Huh?
I would kill myself if I was
You'd
invited.
love it. If you saw it with a live audience, you'd love it.
Really?
Howard. Well, maybe not.
See, these are real film people.
Yeah,
you know?
they
But
study everything.
This isn't like when they ask me to feature a film and talk about film history. I'll always pull up a silent movie by Buster Keaton and show, because I like on the movie Elf, I took a lot of inspiration from the bits of Buster Keaton.
Do you have people to your home and you have an organist in?
No, I had it. That was at the Skirball Center, or I'll have it in a movie theater. You know,
Right.
I won't do it at my house. I don't have that kind of house.
And the guy sits there and plays the organ while the movie plays.
Yeah, you hire the guy instead of having a recorded soundtrack. There are people around who could accompany live, and it adds some of the energy. I sort of want to show what the experience was like when people first saw it.
Like, I'd probably go to see Silent Movie Night at the Playboy Mansion because I'm surrounded by Playboy bunnies. Yeah. At Favreau's thing, I'm just surrounded by a bunch of movie people.
No, you want it's more like Comic-Con.
If I've got a blowjob during a silent movie from a Playboy bunny, I'd be okay.
Maybe John had some chicks there. You don't know.
I don't know. All right, Ralph, go ahead, give your review.
You know, first of all, the alien was awesome. I mean, like, how do you do an alien at this point? They've been done 1,000 times, but the aliens were great too. And John, there was a moment in the movie I jumped out of my seat. I don't know if Hein did too, but it was just you got scared in the movie, man. It's really
that's great.
John, how do you decide what the alien's going to look like? Is that up to you, or you hire some dudes to do that?
I hired some dudes. I had Steven Spielberg was my executive producer, and when it came to the alien meetings, he was there front and center.
Do you worry that Spielberg is out of touch with the audience and that perhaps he isn't the best judge of who should be the alien?
Not with aliens. I mean, he knows everything. He's been involved with every alien movie he did. He was working on Super 8, on Falling Skies.
But that's just it. Don't you worry that he's played out, that you need a new vision?
Yeah, maybe you need somebody who hasn't been involved in it.
That's right.
I don't know. Maybe, for me, I wanted this to feel like a classic Western and like a 80s sci-fi alien invasion film, like Close Encounters.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
It did, and it's amazing that you were able to meld those two things because they're so different. It was great.
That's the real interesting thing is that the minute you put it together, it really sounds like it's not going to mix, and it's like a peanut butter cup, man. They put them together, and they work great. And if
whose idea was it to mix cowboys and aliens together? I think it's brilliant.
I got that script. I mean, the version of the script I got was developed by Ron Howard, another friend of the show.
He wrote it?
He was the producer of the film.
But who wrote this script, Cowboys and Aliens?
It was originally from a graphic novel from about 10 years ago, and it was a one-off graphic novel that was much different in tone. And then the writers of Iron Man took the first crack at it, Fergus and Osby, the guys who I'd hired to work on Iron Man.
Right.
And then eventually the guys from Transformers and Star Trek worked on it together, Kurtzman and Orsi and Damon Lindelof.
Why is it that the original writers can never nail it? Why do you always have to go through 57 writers to get this thing?
It's a tricky project, and as people come on board, they often like to bring on a fresh take. And when Ron Howard came on board, Kurtzman and Orsi and Damon Lindelof were the writers. So this was a very tricky one to crack. The first version of this was done by the guy by Steve Odekirk, and it was a comedy. And it just didn't work in a way that Steven Spielberg liked, and they left the project to the side. And then when Ron Howard came on, he said, you got to play the Western straight. That's what brings the comedy out and gives it emotion.
Right.
And they're both tremendous Western fans.
Yeah, I don't like comedy in my action movies. I just don't. I want it straight ahead. I want to be lost in that world.
That's what I'm always saying, even about the superhero movies. Don't yuck it up. Don't make it comical.
No, keep it real.
There could be laughs. Iron Man has laughs, but
no, it's not about that. But you have to be serious about the character.
Yeah, like when Mickey Rourke was that dude, it was really good because he treated it seriously.
Hey, John, tell Howard what Harrison Ford said about the title.
Harrison Ford, we're getting some shit about the title because it's kind of it's a goofy title, but it kind of it's a catchy title, and we were all pretty bold about the title, and people started writing things that picking on us, and I finally turned to Harrison Ford on the set. And I said, look, the people who aren't genre fans, that people don't know about this movie, they're making fun of the title. Should we change the name? And he waited and he thought and he went, well, what the hell else are we going to call it?
Well, he's got a point. I mean, to me, it sums up what it's about: cowboys and.
But it is a perfect.
It's a play. It's a play on cowboys and Indians. I mean, it's perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
But also, why wouldn't aliens show up at other times besides today?
Exactly.
Well, people are like, they didn't exist at the same time. I mean, the people who like it, the people who don't like it are like, they just don't like the idea that you could you mix these two things.
Who was saying people were critical of the name? Really?
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Yeah. Who was picking on you, and what were they saying?
I know, like the New York Times gave us a hard time right off the bat.
Wow.
It's like people, but the fans love the movie, and they love the title, and they get the concept. I just think it's a new wave. You're going to see a lot of mash-up, genre-bending movies. It's the only way to be original right now.
I forget, you're single, right?
No.
Me?
Yeah.
I got 3 kids.
I didn't know that. Too bad.
Yeah. Me and you were hanging out with Don Rickles.
Imagine the amount of pussy John could get being a director. Have any girls ever offered you sex to put them in a hit movie?
No, that has not happened. However, I will say that I definitely would be getting more sex than I did growing up.
Absolutely. Where did you grow up?
Queens. I went to Bronx Science. You were supposed to come to my prom, if you recall.
Yeah.
In 1984.
That's
I go
not
way
true.
Back. I was a WABC listener.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
You were a WNBC listener.
WNBC listener. Yeah. On the way.
And when I did that prom contest, I was supposed to come to your prom.
That was my school. Yeah.
That was such a great bit you used to do, Howard.
I know.
I was so excited. And then you didn't do it. I guess it was the principal, I think.
I was going to say, we were kept out of the school.
I'm that much older than you? I'm losing track.
84 by prom. I'm 44 now.
God, I'm like older than everybody. Favreau at least
What happened? We used to be the kids.
John Favreau at least looks older than me.
By the way, what is it like to have to go to Comic-Con and discuss your movie seriously in front of people in costumes?
It's
it's a nightmare.
It's not the costume. It's like it's like the gay community. Not everybody's a drag queen. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I know how hard you worked on this. I mean, you were locked up in the room there for 2 years doing this thing.
I was calling you on the drive. I remember I was talking to you driving through the desert of Santa Fe.
What is it, John?
When we're going through the whole helmet thing.
Yeah. What's up?
I don't think you understand what John is like at Comic-Con. He is royalty there because all the industry people love him. The fans love him. And when at this premiere, John, I mean, you had Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg on stage. Everyone in the crowd, half of it is industry people. The other, most of it is fans. And at Comic-Con, literally, he's a god.
So John walks in like King
Did they
Tut.
carry him in?
King of Comic-Con.
King of Comic-Con. King Khan.
You know the trick, Howard. Give the people what they want. They don't love me for who I am, for my good looks. They love me because I brought movies to them.
Yeah, but John,
Iron Man, yeah.
Here you are. You're a serious director, and I know how talented you are. And, you're a very humble guy, and I like that. But, I mean, you're sitting at Comic-Con. This is what Robin's getting at. And, you're discussing film technique and all this stuff.
Yeah, you're sitting there with Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, right. And then suddenly, a guy in a C-3PO costume goes, excuse me, Mr. Favreau. Mr. Favreau. And then his costume is beeping and stuff. I just have a question here about Iron Man 3. What was Mickey Rourke holding in the second scene? We can't hear you, sir. You're going to have to remove your C-3PO mask. It must be fucking humiliating.
You say that, but it's not really like that. I mean, it's like...
Oh, Ralph, you can't see yourself.
Ralph, am I interviewing you or John Favreau?
Ralph is that guy.
Right.
I went to the Geek Time radio show, and by the way, this thing's becoming huge. You created a monster, Howard, when you gave them a time slot.
Yes, I did.
And they were holding court, and people were waiting to see The Godfather to come and talk to the Geek Time.
Imagine people waiting online to see Ralph.
Oh, no.
To get an audience with him.
Presenting gifts at his feet.
I've created a nightmare. All right, listen, John.
Wait, before you go, John.
Oh, Ralph.
Howard, I saw Kimmel last night, and John gave Jimmy a wrist gun.
He did?
Uh-huh.
What
what did he have around his wrist, John?
He wore it as a prop. He's not keeping it.
All right.
John, who beside me has a prop from the movie?
I will have the wrist gun.
And I own the hat.
You have a hat.
And there is a gun that James Bond held.
Yes, that fired. I will get you a gun
Daniel
that fired in anger in the movie if we could work out the paperwork. It's hard to transfer a real gun across state lines as a surprise gift.
Wait till to see the movie, Howard, you're going to want the wristband that Daniel Craig has.
Well, I'll get it. I'll just humiliate John into giving it to me.
I
really am encouraging this kind of behavior by being nice. I really, it's like letting the bully pick on you all the time. I have to stand up at a certain point.
I am very grateful that you sent me the hat. I sent you a note about it, and I meant every word of it. And I wish you tons of success and a big opening weekend. I can't wait to see Cowboys and Aliens, which opens tomorrow in theaters everywhere. I'm pulling for you because you know what? You're making fun, great movies, none of these boring movies, none of these serious movies. You're making movies that people enjoy, and God bless you.
Thank you. And listen, speaking of the Jimmy Kimmel bit, you might want to pull up the opening with Harrison Ford and 𝗛𝗵𝗄 that we did yesterday.
I will check it out.
I directed the episode. It might play on the radio. I think we get a kick out of it.
All right, John.
You guys take care. Thanks again.
All right, all the best with the film, and send everyone my regards.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, and thank you, Ralph.
Thank you.
Thank you. John's a good dude.
Ralph's as geeky as they come. Oh, it's not like that.
Comic-Con's not like that. Because Ralph's the dude that used to get dressed up every Halloween.
Absolutely.
In full Halloween makeup for hours.
He would spend almost a year.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey guys, what's up? On Monday's wrap-up show, the discussion was all about Howard's guests Jeff and Angie, the teacher who married his young student. And Fred then came in and joined the conversation with the guys. And Fred and John, both being fathers of daughters, things got very interesting. Check it out.
Do you think this relationship between Angie and Jeff is going to stand the test of time based on his two previous marriages, or when she gets a little older, he's going to move on to something else?
I wouldn't even base it on his two previous marriages more than I would base it on she's really young. She doesn't know anything any different. She really hasn't experienced life or tried anything. So, maybe it'll work out for them. It'll be great. And maybe she'll wake up at 10 years and go, geez, I haven't done anything in my life.
That was a little sad, that one point where she said, she was talking about, like, oh, sometimes I watch the Jersey Shore, and he gets, like, upset because I have this feeling of, God, I want to be out, being young, being single, that kind of thing.
Richard in Dallas, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, my question is you talk about a definite line in the sand for age of consent, but when somebody commits a crime when they're like 16, they can be tried as an adult. Can there not be any kind of a leeway? I mean, I'm not saying what he did was right, but...
So you're saying if a 16-year-old can be charged as an adult in a murder, why can't they be an adult to have sex with somebody older than them?
Right.
So you should be allowed to fuck somebody that's committed a crime.
Well, no, I mean, the thing is I understand that, he was sort of being a predator, but she was consenting. It wasn't like he raped her or anything.
Well, it wasn't even Texas. You're calling from Texas, right? I think he said the age of consent.
I don't know the laws here. I'm not from Texas. I'm here now. I'm from California, where it's 18, where it is everywhere. But
No, it's not 18 everywhere. A lot of states are 17, which I think is always funny. Is like there's a lot of states where you can legally have sex, but like if you took a nude photo, that would be illegal.
I think it's less about the age, although the age is clearly legal, and more about the relationship, too. In other words, it's somebody that you look up to, that you trust, that you don't expect that to happen with.
Well, that's
but it takes two to tango.
Say it again, Richard?
I said it takes two to tango. I mean, obviously, she felt something for him, too. I mean, sure, maybe he took advantage of her a little bit, but, I mean, she could have just as easily turned away from it. It was a connection for the both of them.
But then, you could say that about almost anything. How young do you go?
Well, but that's the thing. How young do you go for when they charge somebody with murder? I've heard of as young as 14-year-old being charged as murder as an adult.
Fred, hold on, Fred Norris. What do you have to say about
check
this?
in on this.
Fred's got the angry look on.
I do, because you know what? I'm the father of a daughter, and I know there's some other people in this room that have daughters. It's like anytime you have a 16-year-old girl, she can't sign a contract That's number one. Number two, the guy is older. It's like a predator. He knows better. He knows he's not supposed to fucking do it. If he knew that they weren't supposed to be doing it, they wouldn't have been sneaking around. He wouldn't have been telling her, like, don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody. It's like he obviously was unhappy in his personal life. She might have been unhappy in her personal life, and it's just not right. I mean, you know, she can't buy a car, but, you know, she's going to hook up with a guy who's got, like, a whole shitload of baggage. I think your kid deserves more than that. If you had a daughter, would you want her hooking up with some dude who comes with all that shit?
No.
Absolutely not.
So there you go.
I also, my
and not only that, it's a kid.
Is,
do you have daughters, or do you have younger sisters or anything like that?
No, I'm fortunate. I have sons. I don't have to worry.
See,
about
there you
that.
go. That's because you're coming from that male-based kind of thing. It's like dominate, you know, and conquer and all that other shit.
Yes, I won't be
like
taking
that.
out tests anytime.
No, I don't think so, Benji.
No, Fred and I were talking about actually having daughters. Just it changes your perspective on
It
these
really
things.
does.
Because you see it from a different
Yeah,
point of view.
I get it. I have nieces, and if they're teachers, I would be pissed at the moment. But
And not only that, what does a kid know at 16 years old? I mean, we have a lot of interns who work here, and I tell you, it's like there's a difference between an intern who's 18 and an intern who's 25 years old. That 5 or 6 years makes a whole lot of difference in their maturity factor and their decision-making
7 years,
factors.
by the way, but
7 years, whatever. You know,
Well, you had
you're
to
Mr.
hear
Math.
you had to hear Scott's intern during the whole thing. Rose is 19. Like
we know,
like that girl. She took care of my
She
dog.
watches dogs.
She took care of my dog.
You can sleep on my bed.
And
by
Rose
the
was
way.
Rose was going nuts in there. Like, this guy's an animal. He's an asshole. He's this. He's like a predator. You know, she was all upset about this guy. You know, being involved with this girl altogether. She was totally going nuts back.
do you think that was her chance to sort of, in a passive way, get it out there? Or?
Get what out there? She watched my dog. I wasn't home.
What are you trying to say there, Benji? No, there's a difference here, obviously, Ronnie. But when we're talking about this situation, he also has kids. I mean, he has from previous marriage.
That's the tough part for me.
Right.
I mean, his wife falls right in between his two daughters. I thought that was really
But
weird.
you know what? It's also like that. It reminds me of that 𝗫𝗿 situation. It's like where, you know, 𝗫𝗿 was in the hospital. He's suffering from cancer. His family has stood by him. And this girl who's 16 years old walks in and goes, "Oh, you're here to relieve my pain."
Was she that young?
I think she was.
I thought they were a little bit older.
No,
but
I don't think so. And not only that, it's like you guys were talking about it before. This might end up like the 𝗫𝗿 situation where she's going to, like, be with the guy for a while, and if he thinks he's angry now when she watches the Jersey Shore, when she starts feeling her oats a little bit more and making her own decisions and becoming more mature, she's going to be looking for someone more her age.
Okay, they are married now, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Fred.
Well, so was 𝗫𝗿 and his.
No. I
girlfriend.
get that,
Wife.
and I get that you want to make a judgment about it and say, "Hey,
I'm
I
not
think
making a judgment. I'm just telling you the facts.
Well,
of the
I get that
world.
you feel it's wrong, but at this,
I don't judge it. I'm just saying it's like it's wrong to take advantage of a kid.
Okay, so you feel it's wrong.
Of that.
All right. So what I'm saying is, a married couple, if they were in your circle, at what point do we sort of say, yeah, it was wrong, but you know what? If you were like their family, would you say like, okay, but now they're married, I should accept this?
How long I get what Ben said. How long do they have to be married till you say, okay, what they did was wrong, but they're a couple, we should accept them as a couple?
Well, I mean, you do what you do for your kid. And, you know, that's the whole thing. I think also that the parents probably, if I were a parent and my daughter made the mistake of hooking up with a guy like that, I say, where did I go wrong as a parent? That I did not instruct her with the right set of rules and everything else like that. Look, you fall in love with whom you fall in love with, but you also give them like a map, a guidebook or whatever, and it's like, you know, try not to fuck up, try not to make so many stupid decisions because you'll pay for it later on.
I'm laughing when you said you fall in love with who you fall in love with, because all I could see at that point was Woody Allen at the podium
See, that's
going,
the thing.
the heart wants what the heart
And,
wants.
and guys use that as an excuse.
I know,
You know,
I
it's
agree.
it's the guys like 𝗵𝗵.
Well, I did not know that she was taking the drugs and falling asleep in my...
Whatever. And it's like, it's all that fucked up pervert shit.
You disagree, Benji?
Oh, you know he would.
No, you have to give me a specific question. I think 𝗵𝗵 raped the girl.
No, with what Fred was just saying. Not about 𝗵𝗵, but just the overall point.
Well, it didn't.
It depends if she's on Craigslist or not, and if I can find myself some Rofinol.
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Rufinol. I don't think so.
No,
I wouldn't.
I also, by the way, John,
what drug would you use?
I also thought it was interesting that I know they came here looking. The reason they came here was they were hoping to try to find some better work, but it also seemed like on some level they wanted to repair the relationship with each other's families, and I thought this is a strange place to come if that's what
that was my question. Like, if it was your daughter, John, and she's married now, she's been married like let's say a year. Do you try to develop a relationship with them as a family?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but
I think you'd have to. It's like you're still your kid.
That's
you're not turning your back on your kid. You don't. Maybe you're having a hard time swallowing the bitter truth, but you never abandon.
Like, is he
your kid.
continuing? Is he continuing a moral crime by staying with her?
I can't see sitting down on the couch watching the football game with him. Let's put it that way. But you're right.
Especially
because
when he's talking about the cheerleaders.
Yeah, but because it's my daughter and I wouldn't want to lose that relationship, I'd have to look past it somehow. But like Fred said, hopefully you do a good job as a parent and you don't get into that type of situation.
Or make sure there's really ugly teachers.
That too.
I was more sad when he said that neither of his daughters will talk to him anymore.
But see,
I understood it, but it just made me sad.
That's the deal that he made.
Right.
You know.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we were talking about the departure of Steve Langford, which I was happy to talk about. Callers weighed in on their thoughts, and Shuli even came in to tell us what it was like working with Steve, who a lot of people are going to be sad to see leave. I'm not one of them. So long, Langford.
Steve Brandano is in the studio to start the morning off. I don't know if it went the way you wanted it to there, Steve. I know you were out at Comic-Con, and, well, I was with you, but, you did a great job, I thought, on those interviews. And then whenever you go in, you never know what's going to come up, but did you feel like Howard was critiquing your work or giving you friendly advice?
Oh, no, I'll take any advice that Howard gives me. I was just... there might have been times that the swearing thing kind of threw me off because, like I said, and I showed Gary the question, like shit was written in the question. You know what I mean?
So you were following.
And that's what I said. And but I may have swore a couple times during the interviews. It's just like I'll take what he says. But when I ask a guy if he farts in the costume and doesn't hold it in, I mean that also kind of takes away from the legitimacy of the interview as well. You know what I mean?
Right. At least this year he was sober.
Yes.
No, well, the one that I wasn't sober at, I was asking rock stars that I look up to awful questions, not people in costumes.
You're not going to be one of those guys who doubles up back in 10 years and you're an addict and it's our fault because we made you talk to rock stars.
No. Oh, I admitted that I just did that because it was difficult to talk. But talking to, and again, like one of the callers was like, he's talking down to them. I'm like one of these guys.
Well, when you say have a good con, right?
Yeah.
When I heard that made me laugh really hard because that's like that whole language were you being sarcastic or would you say that to anyone?
No, that's what I said to people when I wasn't on that's what I said to Rob Corddry when I talked to him. You know what I mean? Like, have a good con.
When I was talking to people in the center, how do you get here, that kind of stuff, walking away, oh, enjoy your con, they were saying to me. It's
like,
are you buying into that, by the way, John?
I didn't say it, but I respect the people who do.
What do Catholics say, like the service?
God bless you.
No,
may peace be with you.
And also with you.
They all shake hands and stuff.
May peace be with you and also with you.
Yeah.
The mass is over, now go in peace.
Yeah, it's like that. Except one person's wearing a Robin costume.
And you were also in there for the Langford conversation.
Yeah, that was great. I was so happy that I got to be in the studio the day that Howard started talking about Langford bailing on us.
You were great. You're like, I hate him. I hope he never comes back.
I just felt, it's the way I've always felt.
You guys never made up over that incident, huh?
No, I don't. I would never. There was nothing to make up about. He's a lunatic. That's it.
It'd be great at his new station if he still goes after, like, Steve's girlfriend.
Well, it's funny because to tie this all in with Dice and Entourage, one of the things on the first episode of Entourage, one of the plot lines is Vince comes out and he calls some people, but he doesn't call others. And everyone's wondering, okay, why didn't I get a call or why did I get a call? And today you were like, Gary's like, well, Langford called me. And Ronnie's like, well, Langford called me too. and there was clearly a split between people who were like, I love Steve, I think he's great, I wish him the best, and thank God he's gone. Did you know there was such a defining line there?
I did. I was really surprised. I heard Jason in the office. He goes, "You see, it's just a matter of time till he says something and he trashes Howard. Langford can't be trusted." And listen, I think he can be a pain in the neck. I don't know that his trustworthiness is what's in question. He could be a little bit nutty. I got along with him.
Well, all of us are still here, and he's not.
Yeah, but it's not like he left.
We got him.
All right.
We got him. Actually, that's
Some
the
of
kind
us
thing
are
he would
loyal.
say, like,
some of us are loyal, and some of us go work somewhere else.
Yep.
On another radio.
So anybody who works somewhere else is disloyal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're not working somewhere better than us. I mean, if you were to leave us to go work somewhere better, then that's
right.
I understand that career move. If you go work somewhere else, then I don't see. I'm not leaving this show.
What
That's
if it's for I don't know how much you make, but what if you got it offered
for double the money,
a better financial opportunity?
I would stay here because it's more important for me to be on Howard's. It's more important for me to play. I'm a Red Sox fan, but the Yankees. If you're on the Yankees, you would want to stay with the Yankees. You play with the best.
But what if someone really liked the intern show and say, "Hey, it's great. We want you to do it daily on our station."
That sucks that I can't do that, but I would stay here, and I think Gary knows that as well.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
He's a loyal guy.
Guess you won't be moving the intern show anywhere.
No.
Biggs in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, I think it's going to be difficult to find someone with the zest and professional attitude of Steve Langford. I mean, he could take a Beetlejuice story about Beach shitting his pants and make it sound as legit and professional as a news reporter reporting on Obama while he gives his State of the Nation address. He took it so fucking seriously, and that gave his stories this sort of legit sense of reason in the crazy Howard world. I mean, those are going to be tough shoes to fill. At least that's what I.
Yeah, I mean, he the big thing for him is he was a legitimate investigative reporter, if you consider hard copy legitimate. But for what we needed, he was a legitimate investigative reporter who took it very serious.
Very seriously, and used a lot of alliteration. But I mean, you need somebody like that who's going to take this seriously and not, 𝗛cie he works hard, but he goofs around a little bit. Lisa is the entertainment reporter. You need that hard-hitting bulldog kind of guy. And but Tim said that they met with a couple people, and hopefully they're down the road to finding somebody who's going to replace Steve. But Steve's going to be missed.
There's a couple of interesting names that came up too, but I agree. I think Steve will be missed. Some of his earlier reports. I think that his Elliot Offen expose in the back of the cab is legend.
I think the Sour Shoes prank call is legend. What else did you want to say, Biggs?
And there was nothing ironic about the man. You know what I mean? And I think that's what, my 2 cents, it has to be someone that takes it completely seriously,
Well, he did take it completely seriously, and part of that was ironic.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Biggs. Let's go to Jerry in Florida. Jerry, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, I was just telling the screener, the guy that answers the phone. Langford's like a real news guy, and he ain't really covering real news, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
He probably wanted to go, talk about the real news going on in the world and not the Howard Stern
No,
world.
he loved, I can tell you right now, he loved covering the Howard world. That wasn't an issue for him at all. He never felt like working here was beneath him in any way. He thought it was an honor to work here, and he said that to me often.
Now, were you aware that he was frustrated by waiting to get into the studio? And that was news to me today.
No.
I hadn't heard
I
that.
did know that he was frustrated by some of his stories, not getting... Like Howard said, there were stories that, Steve would ruin your life. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And there were a couple that they said, hey, maybe this isn't such a great idea. And that he took very seriously because I'm a reporter. You can't stop me. But everybody gets stopped at places.
Yeah, I think that's part of the job, just being a news reporter. But I wasn't aware that he was, frustrated in any way. And he always had yes, he took things very seriously, but he had a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he never complained to me about getting in.
Let's go to Dave in Philly. Dave, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I'm a big fan.
Hey, Dave.
Thanks for taking my call.
I just wanted to make a comment about Steve Langford. I think he was a great reporter and a great addition to the show as far as reporting goes, but I never thought it was right that he seemed untouchable as far as nobody could say anything bad about him. He just kind of brushed it off, and even Howard fell into that category.
Well,
so I'm glad he's gone.
I don't think, in other words, people said plenty of bad stuff about him. It just never seemed to bother him.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, maybe we didn't get the reaction out of him that everybody hoped for, but he kind of seemed like he was on a different level than everybody because he was the one reporting on everybody, so he seemed kind of untouchable, and I just don't think that's right, and it doesn't go along with the show, really.
Yeah, I never thought of him as untouchable. I mean, he always stood in there and answered the questions when we threw them at him, and there were plenty of people that came in to tell him how much they couldn't stand him. You disagree, Steve? Steve Brandano?
When he was mad, the time you might have seen him blow up, he refused to go in the studio. You know?
That's exactly my point.
Well, that doesn't make him untouchable. Lisa G refuses to come in the studio 1,000 times.
Again, what this guy's saying is if he harasses me about my girlfriend, I can't go harass him about his wife. No, I wouldn't do that, first of all. But no one got that back at him.
Well, I don't know if it was about him as much as like there wasn't necessarily a venue to do it.
Right.
Yeah, in other words, he's harassing you technically under the guise of a news story where you'd just be harassing him to be a revengeful dick.
Well, I wouldn't do that because I'm not a revengeful dick. But that's what the caller's saying, right, caller?
Yeah, that's correct. And you brought up a very good point about it. When the one time Howard was trying to get something out of him, he wouldn't come into the studio. That's just cowardly. He could dish it out, but he couldn't take it. And that always drove me nuts.
I agree with you, caller.
All right. Thanks, Dave. 𝗛cie, can you shed some light on this? Did you think Langford was untouchable, as this caller is saying?
I don't think he was untouchable. I don't think he was happy in the process of maybe him being touched, if you will. But
he didn't show that very often. When people picked on him, it seemed to roll right down his back. Was it different when he went back to the newsroom?
No, you know what? Steve, I learned a lot as far as reporting from Steve, but he was a weird guy. I mean, he was the type of guy that had his, book of morals of the way you should do things. Didn't really talk to you about them. So when you kind of fucked one of those up, you didn't know because he just didn't talk to you for a while. So that was a weird thing about him. But
did that happen to you?
With me? Yeah, he got pissed at me.
What's an example of wow, this surprised me that he would get pissed at it?
It wasn't like a joke or anything. It was just work related, something. It all centers around the news. That was his pride and passion from the second he opened his eyes. So if you didn't do something right with the news story or something, or it was, you were making more of a joke about something that should have been a little bit more serious, I think that upset him at times, which was weird to me because.
But you say Steve's a little bit weird. I mean,
he's a lot weird.
Who here isn't a little bit weird? Everybody's got their quirks one way or the other.
And that's what made him so great was that he was just so into what he did and the sound. He treated it so seriously, and it was great.
Carol in Philadelphia, welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Yeah, hi. I'm going to miss him because on Howard TV, he used to punctuate every other word with waving his hands around like a maniac.
Yes.
I love that in a man.
Yes.
You should have seen him in the green room before he'd go
Those
into
Hitler
his
speeches
headlines.
must really get you off.
𝗛cie, were you aware that Langford was upset at waiting in the green room before going in? That's something that was brought up and refuted, I guess, by Gary.
That I never heard. I know he was bothered by, some stories he would have liked to pursue, and people were telling him to back off. That he was upset with. But again, it centers around news. To him, there is no off limits when it comes to news, unless it has to do with him, I guess.
Let's go to, I don't have a name there, so we'll go to Martin in Washington. Martin, you're on the Wrap-Up Show.
Yeah, I think, I'm sorry, I'm switching back to Steve Langford real quick. I think that the tone and the tenor changed in Steve's reporting when the whole George Takei thing happened, when he was called on the carpet for getting his daughter that interview with him.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
And he was very upset by that. He didn't say anything like 𝗛cie said. He was just sort of morose, but he was kind of pissed about that.
Yeah, but we all get pissed. You get pissed once. Does everybody work at a job where they never get pissed?
Yeah, but he was humiliated in front of his daughter.
No, he wasn't. He already got the interview.
And everybody here's got a button. It's just a matter of time before somebody pushes it.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about Denise Richards and how hot she is, and if she'd fuck any one of us, if she'd fuck Howard, and then that sort of got into if Howard's gonna have a baby or not. So, here you go.
I want to start off with Denise Richards, who everyone I think is always smitten by, and Gary, she never disappoints.
I don't know. I have to say that I have a thing for her, not only because she's really pretty, but I like her. I was saying to a publicist today, the first time she came on the air, I really didn't have an opinion of her at all. I didn't really know who she was, and her appearance on the show, she just came across as so fun and likable. She knows the show, and listen, for what she's been through since her last time here with her ex-husband and all that insanity, I think it takes a cool person to walk in here and say, not only am I going to go and do Howard, but I'm going to go and I'm going to be honest.
And she also revealed that the last time she came here, she came straight from the hospital after that crazy dinner and everything that went down with Charlie.
I felt so bad for her too, because she left here at like 9:05, and at like 9:14, Jason gave me, it was like TMZ had reported the whole thing that happened, and then she had to come. She left here and she came back to do a bunch of interviews at other shows here, and I saw her getting into her car outside. I looked at her, she looked at me, and she just goes, "I'm so sorry," meaning like, I was so sorry I couldn't give you the dirt.
You know, her face is just incredible. Her personality is just so sweet. But I think one of the things that also makes her so hot, and Gary, I bet you feel this, like when you talk to her, don't you feel you could fuck her?
She makes you feel like she actually gives a shit what you have to say. She's very nice to you, but she's not superficial nice. She's just a nice person. So she does make you feel.
Don't you kind of feel you could fuck her? If you were, right circumstances, you were single, she's single.
I mean, I know in my mind I couldn't, but she does make you feel like you could.
Yeah.
I take it you feel that way, Benji.
She made me feel that Gary could fuck her too.
And I got to tell you, there's one.
Yeah, she does. She looks at you for a second, you feel you could fuck her.
And there's one other thing. I generally don't give a shit.
And she's hot as hell.
When women say that they're not wearing any underwear, because I always think it's either bullshit or a ploy to get our attention. But today it had a very odd effect on me.
You cared.
I cared.
Yeah, what is it about her that makes her so sexy? I mean, part of it's her look. Part of it's like you're saying, when she talks to you, feel it. But is it because
those eyes? I mean, her eyes. She has such I call them it's almost like it's a real pretty look. It's almost like crying eyes. It's just so pretty.
But what about her willingness to talk about practically anything sexual that she's done? JD, that's got to be appealing as well.
Of course, especially from her. She's hot. You like knowing that she likes to get fucked from behind.
And she does it in a real sexy, feminine way.
Yes.
I think Tila, I found her hot too, but it's a different kind of thing. It's almost like, I fuck, and just Denise is so sexy about it.
Well, her thing is like, yeah, I enjoy sex, but why shouldn't I? I'm a human like everybody else.
Like I think Denise, she says it in a sort of,
she's a ladylike
way, but you know, behind closed doors, she's a dirty girl. So that's how I feel.
You know that for a fact?
I would like to know for a fact.
Did you feel like Benji was saying when he was talking to her, he felt like he could get her? Do you think you could get Denise Richards?
No, she's beyond, guys who watch TV for a living. She's after rock stars and
here's a perfect
stars.
Here's a perfect example. I'm in the green room, and she says to me, "Oh, Gary, let's take a picture together." She gets her camera out, so I take off my jacket. I'm trying to look as good as I can in my Jets T-shirt, and she really hugged me. We took a picture, and then she tweeted it, and I retweeted it.